Hey, Sunday night soul timers, how are you doing? We are continuing this week with talking intentions. Intentions, because they are the key for you stepping out of reacting to life, being a victim to circumstance, just being going along with the ride to really co-creating the life you want to live. And they're so powerful and so important. That's why we're going to dive into a couple of the principles a bit deeper in a second. But intentions are really a way of affirming that nothing is being kept from you, that you are not limited, that everything that your heart truly desires, that you're open to receiving it, can receive it, that it is your destiny to receive it. And again, as I said last week, goals have a place. They really do. But when it comes to certain things, goals sometimes can kind of tell your subconscious, they tell your subconscious, oh, that's something I have to really work and strive for. That's outside of me. It's always ahead of you. It's always in the future. And really what intentions do is make your goals possible now. So it doesn't mean don't have those goals, don't do what you're doing there, but intentions really trick your subconscious, right, into allowing you to accept and receive what you want now. They're a way to really bring them into the present. So you're not constantly having to strive, push, and pull. You're affirming your truth. You're affirming reality as you want to experience. You're instead inviting them in and even letting them come to you. And intentions are really what the universe responds to. So goals very much can be like, I got to do it all on my own. It's all up to me. Versus intentions are really about, hey, universe, co-create this with me. This is the truth I'm affirming. I know it's an illusion that it's somehow in the distance ahead of me because there really is no time and space. And instead, I am willing to receive this now, co-create with me. And I even want to read something to you. I'm going to need to look for exactly where I pulled this. But I read it recently, and again, it just reiterated why they've worked so powerfully in my life and why I love them so much. So I'm going to read this to you, and it says, to the mind and the trillions of cells in the body, there is no difference between reality and imagination. Time is nonlinear. We're in the ever present now. The universe works in the present moment, not an imagined future. So you are proclaiming what is now. This is faith. This is the whole, you see it when you believe it lesson that we're all doing. Not you believe it when you see it when you believe it. And so the first really principle, there was two principles I shared last week, and the two I want to dive in on to you today a little bit deeper is writing them in the present tense and then using really emotive, positive words in your intentions. But it's like telling your subconscious, no, it's now. Because again, it's only us that is blocking us from receiving anything we want. And so intentions are really a way to just trick your lower self, the self you hear from all the time, that somehow deep down doesn't believe it's possible because universe isn't keeping anything from you. Only you are keeping stuff from you. And so this is really a way, intentions are really a way when you work with them every day, because it's not just the writing of them, it's working with them, which we'll talk about more next week. It's saying them out loud. It's really a way for you to work through the blocks that you might have, that you're not worthy enough to receive them, that you'll never have it, that, it's not possible, whatever those are. That's at the core of intentions, is just getting yourself out of the way from letting the universe give to you all that it wants to give to you. And so writing them in the present tense is a way to tackle any blocks you have to receiving what you want now by affirming in the now. And it can feel weird because, yes, you're saying I have these things or I have this state of being that, you don't have now, right? But if you want to experience it now, then claim it in the now. Okay. So writing it in the present tense is incredibly important. And for all the reasons I just said, and so just practice with it. And when you write them in the present tense, you're basically going to be speaking them into being. You're going to be doing them as affirmations, which again, I'll talk more about next week. I don't want to give too much away. And you'll be bringing it's like a cue to the universe. I'm ready to receive this now, because if you're saying, I will get this, and it's always in the future, it's never here. It's never now. So anyway, I think I beat this one to death. So write them in the present moment. The second thing is to use really emotive words because again, it's not the writing of them so much, that's the easy part in a way. It's what you're going to do with them. And you're going to be speaking them aloud. You might create some kind of vision board or a visualization connected to them. And again, in the universe, everything's energy. So this is about you raising your frequency, your vibration up enough to be ready to receive that thing or that state of being or that existence, if you will. And so the more excited you can get about it, about imagining and feeling what it feels like to have it now, the more you speed up that when you receive it, the more you accelerate the manifestation process. And the more you allow and remove any blocks and barriers to receiving that thing, because now you're a match. You're a match for it. So feeling is important. That was my roundabout way of saying feeling is important. I know I talk too much sometimes. So anyway, so when you write these intentions, and again, this was all talked last week. If you did not watch last week's video, go back and watch it because basically I'm just diving deep right now into two of the principles. But use the most descriptive words you can. So when these intentions are written and you read them or you start saying them out loud, you want to feel so damn excited about it, like you can't contain yourself. You want to overcome any limitation, any fear you're not going to happen by choosing adjectives, by choosing things that, I am so excited. This is happening for me. I can't believe my life kind of energy behind it. So really descriptive, uplifting adjectives connected to whatever that thing is you're wanting to manifest, whatever, that more peaceful state of surrender it is. So a lot of times, don't just be literal in, I have more money than I ever imagined. Also, like clarify with what that enables in you. I feel more free than I ever have in my whole life because I have more money than I know what to do with, right? Like, so connect to that, like benefit, that end benefit, that adjective, that feeling when you write them. Because again, the goal is for them to just be so high up here that you can't help yourself but be so damn excited that they're happening. So that's it for now. So 2 areas of writing intentions. There were 4 total. Go back and watch last week's video if you don't know what I'm talking about. But I want to really dive on these 2 because they're really important. So write those intentions. If you haven't started, write them now. It's not too late. We're only in like, mid-ish February. What's the date? I don't even know. And it's, again, the whole purpose is so that you're not just reacting to life, so that you're putting a stake in the ground. Like, this is what I want to create. You are in the game. You are a conscious creator. You're doing it. Don't skip this. You don't do anything this year, do this one. That is it for now. That's it for the Sunday night soul time. I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your Sunday night, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.